Good morning, y'all. It is April 2nd, I think, and Thursday. All right, we're ready for math lesson 1. Go to speed draw 1. Have your pencils ready. 1, 2, 3, go. Speed draw 1. All right, pencils down. You have your pencils ready to score. 8, 27, 20, 63, 16, 84, 40, 36, 15, 30, 32, 21, 0, 132, 9, 60, 24, 28, third row, 18, 18, 12, 56, 24, 54, 42, 64, 12, fourth row, 45, 48, 36, 36, 8, 108, 35, 72, 12. All right, I have a candle burning, and I'm ready to teach. All right, turn back to lesson 1, page 2. We will not read the story in class today, so you can read it by yourself. All right, we are in our last book. It is so exciting. We'll probably finish a little bit before the year ends, but that's fine, no problem. So we're gonna jump in. We're finding the better price. Okay, so this is talking about maybe later when you are gonna go buy groceries for your mom, or you wanna buy a bag of candy from the money that you made, but you're not sure which bag of candy to buy. Let me demonstrate. Let's say you love jelly beans. And there's a 16-ounce jelly bean bag for $2.24, and there's a 32-ounce, which is double 16, jelly bean bag for $4.16. Now, this is a lot of money, right? But you get double the amount of jelly beans. But you're like, how do you figure this out? So, what will you do? We need to figure out. So we know that 16 ounces equals $2.24. We need to figure out how much 1 ounce equals for both bags. How do we do that? We divide, putting our dollar amounts inside. That's important because we're dividing the money into 1 ounce sections. So let's go ahead and do that. Your pencil should be down. All right, $2.24 divided by 16. Bring your decimal point up really quick. All right, let's round to the nearest 10. So 16 would be 20. Ask yourself, how many times does 2 go into 2? 1 time. Okay, so we have 16 goes into 22 1 time. Your arrow should go above here. Okay, now 16 times 1 is 16. Let's subtract. 12 take away 6 is 6. 1, 2, 1, 0. Drop your 4. All right. Let's do it again. So round this to the nearest 10. So it'd be 20. So that's your mind number. Ask yourself, how many times does 2 go into 6? 3 times. So let's try 3. It might work, it might not, but we might as well check. 6 times 3 is 18. 3 times 1 plus 1 is 4. Let's subtract 14. Ooh, can our remainder ever be this number or bigger? Can it? No. Our remainder must always be bigger than our divisor. I'm thinking that's the name of that. This tells us that we can take 16 more out. So what we're going to do, whenever a remainder is too big, we go up. So we're gonna go up to 4. All right, let's multiply again. 4 times 6, 24. 4 times 1 plus 2 is 6. Our remainder is 0. So this tells us how many, so 16 ounces, it takes it $2.24. And since we divided, this tells us how many cents you have to pay per ounce. There are 16 ounces, and 1 ounce, one of those ounces, you would pay 14, let me just write it this way. You would pay 14 cents. That doesn't sound like much, does it? So we need to divide the next one. So let's divide the next one. We're going to run out of room. $4.16. Bring up your decimal point. You should probably bring up your dollar sign too. I didn't bring my dollar sign up here. All right, 416 divided by 32. Let's work it out. Let's find your arrow. So 32 can't go into 4. It can go into 41. Your arrow needs to go above your 1. Round this to the nearest number to get your mind number. 32 rounded down to 30. You use 3. 3 goes into 4 how many times? 1 time. All right, let's multiply. 32 times 1 is what? 32. Let's subtract. 11 take away 2 is 9. Our remainder is good. It's less than our divisor. Let's drop our next number, 96. Let's take this number into 9. 3 goes into 9 how many times? 3 times. Let's multiply. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. And our remainder is 0. How many cents do we pay per ounce for this bag? We would pay 13 cents. Which bag would you buy and spend the least amount of money per pound? Sorry, per ounce. Since this bag, even though it seems like more money, you are getting a better deal if you buy the 32-ounce jelly bean bag. Because per ounce, it is 1 cent cheaper than this jelly bean bag. All right, so let's start working. You should have your pencils ready. So to find the better price, we need to divide the dollars by however many ounces there are, or if we're working with, well, we'll get to that. Number 1. It says divide to compare. Your instructions say divide to compare. Number 1, A is 4 pounds for $1.68. Could be maybe, let's see, it could be potatoes or something. B is 5 pounds for $1.95. Look right here, it says A costs blank per pound. Look at A. We know 4 pounds costs $1.68, but we don't know how much it costs per pound. So we need to divide. Get your pencils out. You need to set up a division problem. Using the dollars, the dollar amount inside, $1.68 divided by 4. This will tell us how much you would pay per pound for potatoes. Bring up your dollar sign and bring up your decimal point. Let's start dividing. 4 goes into 16 how many times? 4. Multiply. 4 times 4 is 16. 0. I know I'm working fast. You could pause the video, work it out yourself, and see if your answer matches. 4 goes into 8 how many times? 2 times. So our remainder is 0. So for 1 pound, 4 pounds costs $1.68. You will pay 42 cents per pound. 42 cents for 1 pound. So let's see if this is a good deal. So this is for A. Let's see how much you would cost. Okay, A costs blank per pound. What would you write? You would write 0.42, or you could write 42 cents. Either one. Okay. A costs 42 cents per pound. That means for 1 pound. Let's try this one. B costs blank per pound. How would we set this up, Sarah? We would put $1.95 in $1.98. $1.95 divided by 5 pounds. This will tell us how much you would pay for 1 pound. Okay, bring up your decimal point, bring up your dollar sign. 5 goes into 19, how many times? 30. Drop your 9, take away 5 is 4. Drop your 5. 5 goes into 45, how many times? 9 times. Remainder is 0. And for letter B, B costs how many cents per pound? It will cost 39 cents per pound. Which blank is less expensive than blank? Is A or B less expensive? Well, if you look at your two numbers, 39 cents is obviously smaller, so B is less expensive than A. You wouldn't know that by looking at here. This is more money, but you're buying more potatoes. You need to divide because sometimes you might let these numbers fool you. You need to divide to show you how much money you're paying per ounce. I think I erased it. Per ounce or per pound. Then it shows you which thing you're getting a better deal on. All right, that's number 1. Let's make sure that's correct. I don't want to tell you wrong. Okay. Let's go to number 2. Thanks for staying with me. We're about done. Job A. We're going to erase this. I'm going to need room. I need a bigger board, I guess. All right. Job A. It could be mowing the grass. Job A. These are both for mowing the grass. Or pulling weeds or picking up pine cones or something like that. Job A pays $330 for 40 hours. Oh, that's a lot of money, but it's also a lot of hours. This is like a full week's worth of work. Job B, from another person, if you work for this person, pays $267.20 for 32 hours. And you might just be like, well, I don't know which one's the best deal. Who will pay me the most per hour? If you need to know, then divide it out, and then it will tell you. You get a lot more money with job A, but you also work 8 more hours. Like one more full day. So how would you know? Get your pencils ready. Let's set up a division problem to solve $330. Let's divide by 40. Bring up your decimal point right away so you don't forget. 40. Take 4 into 33. Okay, first of all, let's figure out where our arrow goes. 40 can't go into 3. It can't go into 33, but it can go into 330, so our first number will go above the 0. Now take 4 into 33. 4 goes into 33. How many times? 7 times. Whee! Not 7. 8 times. Let's multiply. 8 times 0 is 0. 8 times 4 is 32. Remember, y'all, just to divide. I know I'm going fast, and you might be scrambling to keep up. That's okay. You do know how to divide. When you go and do it by yourself at the end of the lesson, don't freak out. Remember, you put the dollars in the middle and then just divide like normal. Okay? Don't freak out about, how do you do this? Because it might look complicated. Just remember to divide. You've been dividing for months now. All right? You got it. So now we're taking away 0. 3 take away 2 is 1. 2 take away 3 is 0. Our remainder is good. It's less than 40. So let's drop another 0. 4 goes into 10. How many times? 2 times. Let's multiply. 2 times 0 is 0. 2 times 4 is 8. Let's keep on subtracting. 0 take away 0 is 0. 10 take away 8 is 2. We're still not done. We need another 0 drop. We cannot have a remainder. 4 goes into 20. How many times? 5 times. 5 times 0 is 0. 5 times 40 is 20. I feel like I'm looking at the board and talking to the board instead of talking to you. So hopefully I can do better at that. Job A pays how many dollars per hour? $8.25. That's pretty good, right? Not bad. So you could buy a lot of stuff with that. You could buy a couple bags of jelly beans with that. Let's figure out how much job B pays per hour. So take the information that they give you, Job B pays $276 for 32 hours. Those are your important information. You need to use both numbers. Remember your dollar amount goes inside. So we have 267.20 divided by 32. Bring up your decimal, bring up your dollar sign. Put an arrow where your first number goes. 32 goes into 267, so we're going to put in a little arrow above here to tell us that our first number goes here. Your mind number is 30 because you rounded down to the nearest 10. Take 3 into 26. How many times does 3 go into 26? 8. So let's multiply. 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 3 plus 1 is 25. 1, 1. Our remainder is good. It's less than our divisor. Drop your 2. Start over and dividing. 3 goes into 11. How many times? 3. Let's multiply. 3 times 3. 3 times 2 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. I'm about running out of room. 2 can't take away 6. 1 can't take away 9. Let's borrow. 12 take away 6 is 6. 10 take away 9 is 1. We're about done, y'all. Stay with me. How many times? Just 3. So we dropped our 0. So we're taking 32 and 160. How many times does 3 go into 16? 5 times. Let's multiply. 5 times 2 is 10. 5 times 3 plus 1 is 16. Yay! We have no remainder, which is amazing. Job B. Look at your answer. Job B tells us how much you would get paid per hour. If you would take job B, you would get paid $8.35. You would get 10 more cents per hour if you would take job B. Even though it's less hours, you will get more money per hour. So job blank pays a higher wage per hour than job blank. Look at your two numbers. Which one pays the higher wage? Well, if you look at this, $8.35 is bigger. I don't know why I'm writing that. Job B pays the higher wage per hour than job A. So I would encourage you to take job B. Unless you just really, really want to work, you could work for one more day and get a little bit more money. But job B is the better price because you would get 10 more cents per hour. Alright, it was kind of a long lesson. I'm hoping that it makes sense to you. You will have to do a section like this on page 5, talking about pieces of fabric. Remember, you're dividing just like normal. Don't let it freak you out because it might look complicated. Read it carefully to yourself. And remember, your dollars goes in the middle. Alright, you got it. Go through your lesson carefully and read your instructions, and I don't think you'll have any problem. Great job.